Dubai, a city of ambition rising from the desert. In the early 2000s, the skyline was low and the sand stretched endlessly. But the city had a dream: to build the tallest building in the world. A tower that would soar 828 meters with over 160 floors and stand as a symbol of human achievement. The journey began far from the desert, in an architect's office. Adrian Smith and his team faced a monumental challenge. How could a building this tall withstand extreme winds and stand safely on soft desert soil? Their solution was brilliant: a Y-shaped design with a central reinforced concrete core and 3 wings. Each wing would support the others. Together, they formed a buttressed core system, a backbone strong enough to resist the desert winds. Engineers didn't leave anything to chance. They built scale models and tested them in wind tunnels, using smoke to track airflow. Every floor, every elevator shaft, and every mechanical system was analyzed through computer simulations. Only when the design proved stable could the tower rise from the desert. But before a single concrete pile, the desert had to be understood. Engineers drilled deep holes over 50 meters into the ground and collected soil samples. These were tested for strength, moisture, compressibility, and chemical composition. The results were clear: a shallow foundation would fail. Instead, the tower required deep reinforced concrete piles connected with a mat foundation. Surveyors marked the exact grid for each pile. Every location had to be precise. One misaligned pile could jeopardize the whole structure. With the site prepared, construction began. Bulldozers and graders leveled the desert. Surveyors marked the foundation grid with lasers and chalk lines. Temporary roads were built for trucks and cranes. Storage areas, offices, and safety fencing surrounded the site. Engineers compacted the soil to ensure it could carry the enormous weight of the future tower. Rotary drilling rigs bored over 190 piles into the desert, each extending more than 50 meters. Temporary steel casings kept the holes stable. Workers assembled massive steel reinforcement cages, lowering them into the drilled shafts. High-strength concrete was poured using tremie pipes, filling the piles from bottom to top and removing air pockets. The concrete had to cure carefully, sometimes poured at night to avoid the scorching heat. When the piles were complete, a thick mat foundation tied them together, forming a base strong enough to support the world's tallest building. Construction moved upward. The central core rose first, floor by floor, using climbing formwork. Laser instruments monitored vertical alignment continuously. Around the core, floor slabs were reinforced with post-tensioning cables, making them strong yet thin, saving weight without sacrificing stability. Lighter formwork replaced heavier ones at higher floors to speed construction. Once the core was rising, the Y-shaped wings were added one by one. Each wing was tied back into the core with post-tensioned cables, creating a rigid, balanced structure. Construction progressed carefully, floor by floor. Even at extreme heights, the tower remained stable. The exterior came next. Workers installed glass, aluminum, and stainless steel panels. These panels reflected sunlight, resisted heat, and could withstand strong winds. They worked hundreds of meters above the ground, sometimes at night, to avoid the scorching sun. Slowly, the Burj Khalifa began to shine, a gleaming needle rising from the desert. Inside, engineers installed high-speed elevators, including double-deck systems. HVAC, plumbing, electrical wiring, and fire safety systems were added. Every system had to operate flawlessly across more than 160 floors. Interior work transformed raw concrete into luxury spaces. Walls, ceilings, and floors were built for apartments, hotel rooms, and observation decks. Lighting, furniture, and safety systems were installed. Each floor was carefully completed before moving higher. Thousands of workers labored on site. Cranes moved steel beams. Concrete flowed to the highest floors. Safety was a constant priority. Workers wore harnesses. Nets protected them from falls, and supervisors monitored every operation. Coordination had to be perfect. One mistake could halt the project entirely. Finally, after years of hard work, the Burj Khalifa reached its full height. Engineers inspected every system. Roads, fountains, and landscaped areas were completed. When the last crane was removed, the Burj Khalifa officially became the tallest building in the world, a symbol of vision, teamwork, and engineering excellence. The Burj Khalifa is more than just a building. It is the story of planning, engineering, and ambition. From desert sand to gleaming glass, every step mattered. Every detail counted. This is how the world's tallest building was built.